Yeah, welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast. Got a pretty interesting show for you here today. Gonna have a guest, gonna have my guy Mel, the host of the Man Down Sports Podcast, joining us, and we're gonna talk some NBA. Should be very interesting, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. But before we get to all that, if you haven't already and you're here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, and that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in the Format Podcast. We should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, please make sure you give us that 5-star review, give us that like, and subscribe to the channel and leave us a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us, helps us take this show to a new level for the year 2024. And let's get right to it. Me, Mel, Man Down Podcast, the Format Podcast. Let's get it. But now let's move on. So, all right. We know we can't have an NBA discussion without talking LeBron James. And so I'm a full disclosure, right? Because again, you and I have never discussed LeBron before. This is our first NBA talk. I'm not a LeBron fan. Let me make it clear. He has had one of the greatest careers in the history of the NBA. Now, the reason I do that is because I don't want it said that I'm not acknowledging the greatness of what he's done. Now, that said, two things can be true. I'm not a fan of how he's manipulated his career, nor am I a fan of the way he's manipulated the game. That said, he's still won 4 championships, and the fact, irrefutably, is that he's won everywhere he's been. Cool. Got it. Now, I wanted to get your thoughts on this recent tweet that he put out with the hourglass. And it seems to me that he's being passive-aggressive once again. Now, I'm a big proponent of men should behave in a certain way. Now, again, that could be just the fact of the era that I come from and how I was raised and you know, the life I lead and so on and so forth. But I do believe that men should act in a certain way. And one of those ways is say what you mean what you say. I'm not with the passive aggressive and the mysteriousness and people trying to figure out what you're saying and having to, you know, call Sherlock Holmes to deduce what LeBron James is saying in his tweet, right? I'm not with all that. Now, that said, I also understand the genius that he has in terms of when people are talking about him less because his teams aren't very good, he always finds a way to immediately get back in the public eye. And I think this recent tweet was some of that. So I want to get your thoughts on this hourglass tweet, what you think it means or what you thought he was getting at, or was it just, you know, an attempt to go ahead and swing the pendulum back and bring the attention back to him because the Lakers aren't playing well right now and the attention was not on him?
Yeah, that's the interesting thing, man. You can't really speculate what that hourglass meant. It could mean anything, right? And I'm with you. I don't like the passive aggressiveness and not saying what you mean either. But you are correct, man. He's not a dummy,
no,
right?
Not at all.
And he is savvy about how to you know, how to keep the conversation on him and his team. And I mean, and everybody was talking about it. Everybody was talking about. So, you know, and now they've won 2 straight. And I don't know, man. It's so much stuff that can go in there. I don't know what to think of it, man. It's annoying for sure. It's annoying, especially coming from a superstar who is the face of the league still. It's very annoying that he's attached to so much drama. It is. It's just annoying, man. But I don't know if I have any real thoughts on it. I did an episode talking about it.
So did I.
And now that I had I'm able to step back and think. I think I might have been off the mark when I talked about it because I fell into the trap of he wants Darvin Ham fired, and
I believe that.
It could be right, but now I'm thinking about it like maybe it was some other strategy that he was trying to push. I don't know. You never know with LeBron.
No, you don't. Yeah, I'm lost because I'm thinking, is it time is running out on Darvin Ham? Is it time is running out on LeBron's time in LA? Is it time is running out on this current roster construction that he has in LA? You know, it could be a number of things. And again, I think it's probably more, I'm going to get people talking about me again, because whenever they talk about me, I think LeBron is truly a proponent of there's no such thing as bad publicity. I think he's learned that
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Bruce. Since we can't figure out and pinpoint what it is that he was talking about, can we pinpoint who that message was for? Was it for the Lakers organization or was it for fans?
I would think it would be more for the Lakers organization. I believe LeBron wants to stay around as long as he can because I don't believe that he can win another championship, and I think he knows that as well. So he wants to push those records out as far as he can, get as high as he can on all the different leaderboards. Because what is he? Top 5, obviously number 1 in scoring, top 5 in assists and rebounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to get as high up all those leaderboards as he can to continue to have more ammunition for the GOAT debate. Again, for me, there is no GOAT debate. I think it's clearly Michael Jordan, but that's a topic for another day. But I think that that's his goal. So I think the answer to your question for me would be it's more for the Lakers organization than it is for the fans.
Which is a problem because why the heck you can't go to them directly or why your agent can't go to them? You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I would love for that to be a message for fans somehow and not the Lakers organization. Cause I that's almost like someone that lives in your house can't come and talk to you about something that's a pressing issue, but you see them drop it on Facebook as a
yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You see that a lot, man. Like, oh man, we got this little thing going on we need to figure out, and then all of a sudden you see it's their what do you call it when you post? I don't know what they post it on their feed, and you're like, shoot, are they talking about me? You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I never liked that, man. I never liked it.
Nor do I.